Hello and welcome to another video in a community that believes weird is wonderful and magic is real. And I guess like part 2 of a series, kind of, sort of. I don't want to put parts on them. Room 2, because we are now in my studio. You probably are used to this side right here. Sorry if I just made you throw up. It's what I'm here for. All the feelings, right? But yeah, this is normally my backdrop, and that's going to change. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, are renovation ideas for my office. Let's go. Lumos. So yes, welcome to my office. If you are new here to the channel, hello and welcome. But I thought I would give you a little tour and kind of do it the way we did for the Gryffindor room, kind of, sort of, because it's not as gonna be in-depth, we're here for the grammar, okay? But I still think it's important to orient you and mind the lighting to where everything is. My niffler, is everybody drinking today? What is going on here? Like my demiguise he's just kind of, he's coming out of this a little weird. And then was hanging off the edge there. All right, are we righted? Everybody. So like I said, this is normally my backdrop, but I have wanted to change this backdrop for quite some time. I do get a lot of comments about our second floor wall, which is the shelving unit that has like a lot of our collectibles. Collectibles aren't the right word because we like to live very in-world. But if you know, you know. And so many of you comment that you enjoy looking at that wall. Well, that is sort of the goal here. So we will get into that, but let me orient you first to this room. So let's stand over here. Let me give you the front angle here. So basically, this is my door coming in. I'm not going to show you what's on the other side of it because reality is real, okay? There's a reason that door is closed. It's a nightmare. I have cleaning to do. This is the original Edgar, by the way. For anybody who knew me prior to a YouTube channel, you'd know Edgar, but our real life, although dead Edgar, he's come out of the paper and become an actual skeleton. But anyway, this is the door that you come in, and there's a bathroom over there. I will show that bathroom. And this is my office. So we have this gallery wall, which is what's behind me. And to give you a full picture, because when we film, we have it so that it's cut off right here. So you guys don't see that this space is quite empty. And I prefer it that way. But yeah, this is the gallery wall. And this gallery wall is very representative of me before my obsessions. I've had a lot of obsessions over life. When I love things hard. So we've got, and many of you have noticed, we've got mostly Buffy. Like half of it is Buffy. A little bit of Star Wars, nature, dinosaurs, cats, animals, all the things. And this was more my minimalistic days because yes, I was a minimalist, but this was my minimalistic days, allowing a little bit of darkness with the black frames. So this has been up for a while. It used to be downstairs. That's where my office used to be. And then I moved up here. So anyway, that is the backdrop. Then we have this buffet here. This is from IKEA. I don't know why I was going to tell you everything that was in my buffet. You don't need to know that. We've got my little demiguise and cauldron and nifflers and all the things. And I changed this out. And actually, we're going to be doing possibly a spring vlog. Oh, and my dragon over here. And then on this side, because we're real close to our neighbors, at least on this side of the house, is our window, which is normally blocked out so we can control the lighting. And then in this corner, sorry, the lighting is, I'm not going to move it. Okay, it is what it is. This is the chair that Matt normally sits in when we're just having YouTube chats or when he's actually on camera and we're filming the book reviews. So we have a little bit of a corner wall over here. I currently have, can we get in there? This really gorgeous bat print. I'm not sure if you could see the detail by a local artist. But this is something we might end up changing. But anyway, we're just doing the orienting. So then we have a closet. I will say on the left side, oh, should I give you a sneaksy peeksy? Should I? It says the name on it, so no. Just imagine a number of very large boxes in here because we have been slowly gathering things that we want to show you that are going to help with the renovations in all of the rooms. And then on this side of the closet houses a lot of the upcoming stuff that I want to film. So that is it. And then the bathroom here, if you remember, or you were around for Halloween time when I decorated this bathroom, those decorations are still up. So the like creepy cloth is even still up, but let me just do like a quick tour because we do have a video on it. This is meant to be like my darker witchy vibe. But this is just orienting, Aubrey. We just want to orient. It's a bathroom. There's the curtain. There's a tub in there, toilet, the whole shebang. Really creaky floors. But yeah, and then my desk right in the middle. This is a standing desk, so I do actually like use it. But normally the monitor is moved off when we film, and normally there's lighting all over the place and a camera smack in the middle when I'm sitting right over here. So that is the orientation. And in my opinion, it's kind of a small room, so it's a little tricky to work with. And what I will say as far as like ideas go, is it's not as polished, but it is like, so it's not like the Gryffindor room or the Slytherin room where it's such a like specific vibe. It is though. It's a specific vibe that other people could probably easily see in their brain. Maybe not the way that I would implement it. This room, I can very visually see it. It's hard for me to describe. And some of it is still kind of fluid in my head. So, and meaning like it's changed a little bit in what I want to do, but let's start with like what's really consistent. And that is this wall is going to change. So what I want to do, actually, I'll pop downstairs for any of you who haven't seen my wall of stuff and show you kind of what we want to sort of replicate a little bit. So let's go downstairs. Let me show you. And I do not have the lighting set up right now, but this wall right here, I will link a video above when I did like a collection tour. That's the best way to see this whole area. But this is sort of the thing that we're going to do. And actually we'll pop back down here when we get into discussions of what I'm going to do on the shelves. Okay. So actually the first thing that I want to say is, and I've already talked about how this is going to take a little bit of time to get these rooms and this house accomplished because it's quite a transformation that I want to make. And just, I really want to make it more mine and ours and just feel like a safe space that I vibe with. But as far as priorities go, and one of you asked, I think it was, and I had replied in a comment, this is the room that needs to be done first, okay? Because I feel like a fraud. I feel like a fraud every time I record a video that is anything witchy, wizarding, magical, and this is my wall. It's not like there aren't magical things on this wall. It just, you know how it feels when like something doesn't really reflect you anymore. And I just feel like I've been coping with that. I don't hate it. It's just not like there's a version I want to put out that is so much more me. And that version is in my head. So the thing that is going to make the biggest difference, I think I just bit my tongue. One moment, please, while I make sure it's still there. Oh God. One of the things that's going to make the biggest difference is the change to this wall. So I can't get the proper way to stand here. So we're going to do kind of the same but different as downstairs. Definitely leaning the same black, like the same black color. I love it. It's like, it's black, but it's kind of a deep with a little bit of charcoaly color, but it reads black. So I want to do black on the walls. I want to continue with that natural, deep with a little bit of a red tone stain, and I'll probably even just get the same stain. The one thing that I wished we did, and my husband actually suggested it, but I opted not for it, is to have the shelves be deeper downstairs. So we're definitely going to go deeper shelves, and then it will be wall to wall. So all the space is going to be filled. It will be ceiling to floor. Like, so when I go to sit and record a video, you're not even going to see everything that's on my shelves. But in a vlog or something like that, or just living my life in my house, it will look that way. So that is going to be one of the changes, is we are going to paint the wall. We are going to put shelves in. And then as far as like painting the walls, the other thing that I'm considering are painting the rest of the walls, because I feel like I like the contrast, and that pop, but I want this. So the vibe that I'm going for as far as like aesthetic color palette is a little bit of what's going on in the bathroom, that like dark witchy vibe. Like I am brewing up something in here. And that's meaning like the color palette. So blacks, a lot of the natural colors that you see on my shelves downstairs. And then we'll get into like plants and a little bit of life. I just want it feeling witchy and like just scratching that itch of like, because I'm not going to lie. I told Matt the other day, I'm like, I feel like I'm having doubts about doing a Gryffindor room. But then every time I look at the photos, I'm like, no. Because I love dark things. You guys know this. Like I love the dark arts so much. And that's not just like, you know, the three major spells in the dark arts. I mean, like being a dark witch, like embracing your naughtiness, okay? Embracing your imperfections, embracing the darkness inside all of us. Like you need both. You need the light and the darkness. So I came back around and I was like, no. I am excited by it. Every time I see photos of like this deep red. Anyway, that's where my brain goes. I can be very impulsive. But this one's really settled into me and I know I want to do it. So that's the vibe we're going for. Now, as far as like kind of theming a little bit more, and that is a little bit of theming, what I want to do, and this is where it's a little bit fluid, and I've kind of recently decided it as far as like what's going to go on these shelves. I'm leaning towards like classrooms. So I'm leaning towards the lessons of life, but in a magical realm. So I think classes like divination, care of magical creatures, potions, defense against the dark arts. And I'll also be branching into like real world witchiness, if you will. There's so many areas of that I want to do. So think of like the themes that we have on those shelves downstairs. Some of them will come upstairs. So this is where, let me take you back down to kind of like remind you of what I'm thinking. And again, apologies for lighting, but for example, we have a section of like potions and spells here. I want like potions and spells is not a class. It would probably be separated. So we'd have a potions section, probably have a spells section. Although spells obviously can be broken out as well in the different like lessons. So things that might come upstairs. I think I'm still going to leave this here. I really like it. It just fits really well with like the cauldron. We are so going to turn this into spring. I just side tangented. And then some other things that might come. So all the way at the top here, if you recall, can I get up here? She's going to be dark. This is the herbology section. So this would be class oriented as well. Defense against the dark arts. So there's still like quite a bit. And then, over here is my divination section. I need to light this sucker up, but yeah, I love this section so much, but this would also be a class. This one down here could fit into care of magical creatures. So there's like half of this wall. Is it half? Because we have like Weasley stuff. We have Dumbledore stuff like right over here. Of course we have the books. Those would probably stay here. So I think a part of my brain is also a little like, oh my God, what are you going to do with this wall when you remove a bunch of stuff and bring it upstairs? But that's something that my husband reminded me of is this evolution, is this journey? So like when we do actually renovate the office, there might be a little bit of sparseness. It might not be filled in, and that's okay. Like that's the journey. Like good stuff keeps coming out. And sometimes it's worth waiting for that, you know, to fill that in and get the right thing that fits the space. All right, let's go back. So the majority theme here would be classes. I love life's lessons, and I love the idea of turning it in a magical way. So there's gonna be a lot of things that we explore as far as stuff goes that would suit these shelves. And some of it, we might have a haul coming at your eyeballs of some very witchy things that I intentionally picked out to fit on these shelves. But then the other thing that I wanna do, because I feel like we all are sort of like called to specific things. And if it hasn't been abundantly clear on this channel, magical creatures are one of my favorite things in the magical world, in the wizarding world. I love animals. I love animals. And you make them magical. Animals are already magical, okay? You make them more magical. And I'm like, my heart melts, okay? I can't take it. I want to be Newt Scamander. I was going to say Scamandrous. Anyway, so I came up with this idea of like, I'll probably still have a Care of Magical Creatures section, but that they are sort of taking over the space. So there'll be the main theme of lessons, but you can see the one that like I connect the most with. I mean, I really love potions too, so we'll do some fun things with that one. But I just love the idea of the animals sort of taking over. So they're kind of like coming out. Maybe they're coming out of a suitcase. We'll get to that when we actually decorate. And we just find them in different places. Like they've found themselves. I mean, heck, pixies are in Defense Against the Dark Arts. So like you do see animals in other places. They're just normally used for cruel reasons. Same for potion making. But I wanted it more in a fun and playful way because this is going to be a really dark vibe, but then it brings in a thing that I love a lot, which are creatures. So they'll just be like all over the place, like just subtly, like you pick up one here and there, maybe a niffler's getting into something. I don't know. So I just really love that idea. And so I feel like, and then the other thing with this wall, we have this like buffet from IKEA. And by our math, we could get another one. The trouble is I wanted to change these fronts out for the ones that we have downstairs that are like this, like they're not a reflective one and they have these sort of waves, but they don't exist anymore on IKEA and I'm so frustrated. So we're trying to sort that out. But anyway, you don't care about that. We intend to fill this space. I need more storage. I always need more storage. So it's going to be like, this will continue across here. And then on the other side over here, do not ask me where this dragon is going. I don't know yet, but he's very happy right here. And then my Nimbus will probably go on a different floor. I'm not sure. But anyway, it will continue over here as well. We've got the dark walls. We've got the nice natural, like deep reddish red tint. I don't go too far red. Wood. We've got lessons and we've got magical creatures kind of like coming out all over the place. And then the other thing that I want to have, because these are lessons, and just like color palette wise, I basically have a small haul of things to show you. So let me go grab you. Grab you? Whoa, okay, let me go grab those things. One moment. Also, I don't know why I didn't say herbology. Obviously herbology. I'm looking at this haul and I clearly intended herbology. So that will be up there as well. But here are some ideas of other things that I'll be picking up that aren't just like outright Harry Potter. And I don't do outright Harry Potter anyway, but just like witchy is that filler stuff. And we talk about that all the time. It's the reason we go to Joann and Michael's, even though we can't really go to Joann anymore, but I did go and I have a few more things. You thought greenery was all I got, although I have more of that. I did also get, and I shared these in the Discord group, I went back and I got a couple of cloches. So I have a larger one and a smaller one, and I realized I have another large one in there. So I want to do some like possible crafting of things that would fit into some of these classes. I have ideas, and that would be something that we possibly do together. And then the other filler items would be things like this. So if you have noticed, I have candles everywhere. These are the fake candles, although they have a wax like outer. They're LED candles. They light up. They do a little flicker thing. My space wouldn't be what it is without things like this and things like that. So I plan on getting a whole bunch more. They are a little costly, so we will slowly acquire those. And unfortunately, they do take batteries. If there's a way I can like set up a remote, that would be cool. But anyway, and then greenery. Oh my God, like so we have like real life plants on the shelves downstairs, but up here, I'm not the one that maintains those. So I picked up a few more. These I think were at Michael's, yeah, Ashland. So I picked up this one here. I feel like with a lot of these fake plants, when you look too closely, you'll freak out. So just don't do that, okay? Just put it on the shelf and it looks good from afar. It actually doesn't look that bad. Super close up. And then I got this one. I wanted a good variety and I really wanted like dangly bits. Take that how you will. And kind of intersperse them in the way that I did downstairs, where they're not all in the same spot. You get a nice drape in different places and also in more suitable places if possible, like herbology or potions or places that you would have plants. Here's another one that I got. It's a Monstera. And this one's not actually in a pot. It's one of the what do they call them? Stems, I think, because I could just get myself a pot. That's going to be a thing that we do together. I also picked up this butterfly, and I have more butterflies. I just like this one because they're also magical creatures. So I thought it'd be really cool to have one like clipped on a plant because it just landed, or maybe some moths too, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and just like kind of all over the place. And then the other thing I'm going to go really hard on, and a lot of you comment on those shelves, and like it's just like 50% of them is not like licensed stuff, or even from subscription boxes and stuff. It's stuff like this, and also books. So I have a lot of witchy books, and not just witchy books, but books at least in here especially, books that would fit into those classes. So I picked up one, but I plan on doing like, we're probably going to go to a bookstore and pick up some more. But I just got this one in off Amazon because it was on sale for $13. And Christy, if you're watching this, I blame you because she showed me that she had checked this one out. And it's the Book of Seances, A Guide to Divination and Speaking to Spirits. Duh, divination. Like, it's going to go in the divination section. But I don't just pick up books that are pretty. I want to read them too. And as soon as she showed me the cover, I was like, I don't think she realized I needed it. Like in that moment, I was about to like go and look it up right then. So yeah, there it is. I'll just give you a quick flash of the insides of this book. And I will say, this might come across shallow, but it's just like me, or like judging a book by its cover. It's just me also considering the aesthetic of my space is I'm not going to go for like brightly colored books or anything like that. I'm going to keep with the very natural colored books. I'm probably going to keep with a lot of blacks and greens and browns. This beige is a bit of a pop for me, but I just loved it, and I want to learn about it. Like, again, I love the lessons in life, and I want to dive more into the magical world and learn more witchcraft, honestly. So that is a book that we picked up, and so I will be doing more picking up of books and probably like one big haul at some point. So that is that wall. That wall alone is going to be a game changer. I need to go close my closet so you don't see that. And then I can show you the rest. Okay, so that was my wall over here, and that's what's happening. So then we come around here, and that is the majority of the space, to be fair. But these curtains, they have got to go, okay? They have got to go. I already have plans for them. So we're going to do new curtains that actually fit with the vibe. And like I said, there's a good chance we might paint this wall. I don't know if it will continue with the same color. Maybe it will, because that color can really shrink a space, obviously, because it's very dark. Or maybe we go like a more actual charcoaly color. I don't know. It's something I'm percolating on. But not only do the curtains need to go, it's going to need a proper curtain rod, curtain pullbacks. And if you've watched this channel for a bit, then you know that we already have some pullbacks that I'm going to put there. And then like lighting, I definitely plan to change this light out right here. I have specific plans for that one. So then we have this corner over here. This corner is tricky. And this actually here, I haven't decided yet. Like we could do an ottoman that is wall to wall, because this wall like protrudes out right here. So maybe just to fill that space, but also give me a place to house things. Might do that. That's tricky too, because then it takes away from the curtains. It's gonna cut them off. So I don't know yet. That might be the very last thing we do if we do it. So coming to this section right here, this is where the lighting gets dark. This is normally where my husband sits when we're talking like YouTube stuff. And like I said, when he's actually on camera for sit down videos, this is where he's sitting when I'm unboxing subscription boxes and he's correcting me on things because having a camera in my face sometimes throws my wording off. So anyway, we are considering getting rid of this chair. Now bear with me because I still need a place for him to sit. I haven't figured out what chair. Partly because our other recliner sucks and I'm just going to swap it out. Like I can feel the springs in it. It's like old. So we would bring this one down, but he still needs a place to be, or I insist that he needs a place to be. I don't know, because we could do like something that is a little bit more versatile and can be put away and then comes out for moments like that. Because the other thing I'm thinking about for this corner, if there wasn't a chair there, it opens up opportunity because there is a corner wall here. And one of the things that I've been considering doing, I could just change out that print to something a little bit more witchy. Like, I still really love this one. Where is it? Where is it? This witchy cat. Like, that is the vibe. That is the vibe I'm going for. But one of the things that I've been considering doing is creating an altar. I mean, what witch doesn't have an altar? You know what I'm saying? So I might do that over there. I thought about a bookshelf, a bookcase that goes in the corner over there. I'm not sure. Oh, and the other thing about lighting. So when it comes to this, my husband is insisting the twinkle lights go. And I was like, the audacity, okay? The Lumos, like, what is wrong with you? So what he was thinking of doing is having some lighting kind of in the back, because one of the things when we change out this background that we have to think about, maybe you guys don't have to think about it, but to make your viewing easier, it's a darker background. So the lighting has to adjust to it. And it was one of the reasons I was concerned and kind of waited a little bit, but I'm like, this can still work. We can make this work. So we will probably, have some lighting on the shelves subtly behind it, like behind the stuff in the back against the wall. And so you can see it like lit up. And I even like the idea of it being able to change color. Oh, I'm so excited for like doing Halloween and all the things up here. Also, we might bring the cauldrons up. Like, it's going to be really fun to frame this area here. But it's going to be a journey because, like I said, like, you guys only see a portion of it. So I really only need to care about that when it comes to filming, like in the studio, in the office. But when I'm vlogging, it's going to have some sparseness to it. And that is okay because it takes time. And I'm really excited about that because some of it I want to make myself, like with these cloches right here. Like, we'll be staining this base. We're going to be doing some fun things. I still have to acquire a little bit more to pull that off. But I am I'm so excited about every room. I'm excited for the Gryffindor room. I'm really excited for the Slytherin room. We'll get to that. I'm excited to show you what I've already acquired for all of them, including this one, a very large haul for this space of very witchy things. But it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be a game changer for filming. It's like the adjustment I've made in how I dress and I feel more myself. That is going to make me feel more me and just even more able to be me on camera and have no cares. Okay. And all the cares, both things, like, cares about the right things. So anyway, that is pretty much everything in this room, I think. I think we've covered theme, aesthetic, my own personality and the stuff that I want to put in that I love so much, lighting, even we've got an ambulance. People are dying over this. They're so excited. What is wrong with me? Will I need to acquire more magical creatures? Probably. But that's never been a problem for me. I enjoy acquiring them, adopting them so very much. So anyway, that is pretty much a wrap. I don't know why I wanted to whip it. A wrap on the renovation ideas for this office, the studio. A sort of dark, witchy, dark academia, witchy lessons of life with magical creatures just taking over the world theme for this office. I'm so excited. And like I said, it's going to be the thing that we start on first. In fact, one of the things we kept in mind is our tax return, and that a portion of that tax return is going to cover some of those renovations. And we got that tax return in, so we need to start planning. So I want this done as soon as possible, but it probably will take a little bit more time than when I want it done. But it'll happen. And I'm really excited. I'm excited for the change for the channel. I'm excited to just be in this room. I'm really excited. It's just going to be my vibe. Yeah. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? And I will say, share your ideas, because you guys shared so many ideas. And some of them I hadn't thought about. And some of them just don't work for me in my vibe. But I still want it left open for you to share what it is you want to share, because you never know, like, if it's something I hadn't really thought about or a way of doing things. But we will be diving more into the actual decorations when we start doing the renovations, when we start putting the shelves up and all of that. And I have things to show you too that will go up here that I already know are going to go up here. And I'm going to take you with me looking for books and stuff like that. But I'm so excited. So let me know in those comments down below your thoughts and feels on this. And if you're also excited, I'd love to know. And the down belows. But until next time, my magical friends, remember to love what you love with everything you have and keep making magic. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, we didn't get into the bathroom. I don't know what I'm doing in there. Okay, it's just going to stay what it is right now. Probably get a new doormat, but yeah, I guess I didn't really get into that. It will come later because I have a feeling once we change this space, there will probably be some changes that go in there, but also that space has kind of inspired my ideas when I did that. It just felt really me. But anyway, I haven't forgot about the bathroom. It's just, this is happening first, okay? You're a butthead. You know that? You're a real butthead. You know you like being on camera. Is it because you're backlit? It doesn't enhance your features? Is that what it is? It's probably what it is.